Today we're looking at the Reed Instruments model R2165. This is a thermal imaging camera. This is the very first one that I've ever had on the channel, and I've been testing this for a few months. So what we're gonna do is see after you watch this video if it gets a thumbs up or not. So let's get in the video, see how this works. So I've been waiting to make this video so I could do this satisfying number right here, taking that screen protector off. So if you're new to using a thermal imaging camera, the easiest way to explain it has the superpower to be able to see heat, which is really cool. So this is another tool I've had for probably about 5 years. This is a infrared thermometer. You can see as I push that, it has a little red dot and that'll tell you the temperature there. This is an actual camera, so you can see my hand right there, so you can just see how it will pick up the heat. So it's very similar to when you're watching a weather forecast and you see a storm where you see those different colors. Like this example right here, you can tell that that's where the severity is, like where the color really changes and you have that really deep contrast. So what I'm gonna do in this video is start out by showing you some examples of where I use this. One is in a commercial building setting where this would be ideal for someone who's like a plant manager or facility manager. It's also handy for builders, electricians, HVAC contractors, and mechanics. I'm sure there's other people too. People that do home inspections. So what I'm going to do right now is show you some video where I've used this over the last couple months, showing you a wide variety of where this really comes in handy. So let's take a look at that. So this video clip's really going to show how this thing lights up with some heat. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Hit play over here. All right, you can see I'm walking into a boiler room right there. So right now that has been running for a couple weeks now. It's been pretty cold out. We're supposed to get some snow tomorrow. So you can just see the temperature right there as I'm walking. I took a picture with it. I hit save. So I'll show you that image here right now. All right, now let's look at some other pictures I'm going to take. So these 4 red pumps right here, these need to be monitored. They can get really hot and bearings going bad. So if you use this right here, you can just get a good sense of what type of temperature they're at. So you can see like the high and the low. The high is 146, the low is 69. All right, so I want to show you this sub panel right here. This one has a history of one of those breakers running hot. So that, I'm not sure if that's just normal for that pump right there. I'll probably have to find out talking to a mechanical expert to see what they have to say about it. And what's cool, you can see it says it's calibrating. So this will auto calibrate quite frequent when you're using it. All right, so here we are inside of a gym. There's a rooftop unit right there. The part of that is the cold air return. The other part is where the heat and air conditioning is pushed into the room. So what's cool is I took a picture with the thermal imaging camera of that a little while ago, and you can just see in this picture right here that it was throwing out some heat. So that's something else that you can monitor, wondering like what units are working. If one's not working properly, you can tell like right from the ground, and that's up probably about 22 feet or so. So what I'm gonna do right now is show you where I have this pointed at the boiler. We're gonna walk through some of the menu items. That way I think it'll help make sense, and you can just see the different features. So let's take a look at it. This is gonna be in no particular order. So right here, you have the option to put different points on there. So you can see if you wanna measure different areas, not just one, you can have a specific. So I just tend to leave one point on there. That's what works best for me. But you can play around with it if you're interested in something like this. So now we're looking at the palette. We have first iron, there's rainbow right there. There's white hot. That gives you another look at it. So you can pick your preference, which one you like best. And then we have red hot. So it shows the red being the hottest. Black hot. So that's interesting. And we have lava. I think that's pretty cool. It's really glowing like bright orange hot lava. And then the rainbow one right here. This kind of has a little bit of a glow to it. So it just kind of gives you a different feel what's going on there. We'll look up at the pumps with the rainbow. So it just kind of shows it radiating heat from it as well. So that's a little bit unique. All right, and then here is iron. That seems a little bit like lava once again. Showing the hottest point on that I just took was 148. All right, now on the settings right here, we have language, we have the date and time, the temperature, you can go between Fahrenheit and Celsius. We have a high-low alert, so it'll let you know if it's exceeding a certain temperature or going below it. This one right here, emissivity, this is something that is not really easy to explain. I'm going to just pause it a second. It has a whole page dedicated to it in this booklet right here. It explains all of it right there. It has all the different ratings, basically talking about the type of surface and like the shinier surfaces, the type of energy, the infrared energy from the surface. So you can change that number depending on what you're measuring. The auto power off, you can have it go off after a certain amount of time so you don't run your battery down. The USB mode, so if you have a PC, you can do a live projection or a file transfer. I have Macs at my house, so I wasn't able to test this one out. Then autosave, yes or no. And the system settings, factory reset, format the SD card. So there's a few other features on here that I want to point out. So right there, you can see that's a flashlight. So if you push that, there, it has a couple LEDs. So this is a slightly bluish tint. It's not super bright, but if you're in a dark room, you'll definitely be able to see your way through, or going through an attic or something like that, doing an inspection. So there's one other setting on here to point out, the image mode. So right now we're on thermal. That's probably the most common one. Now if I scroll down, it goes to digital. So you can see how that is different. And then right there is fusion. All right, now on this right here, this is an example of something I want to show. This is a ceiling tile, and let's take a look over here. So this is something I did about 3 days ago. I took a marker and put that dotted line across, and then I used my garden hose and sprayed water just below that line right there. And now that it's dried for like 3 or 4 days, you can see the water stain line from that. So right away when I got this wet, I put the thermal camera on there. You can really see a big difference. And the area that's wet is black and the rest is a different color. So then the second day, I had my son Logan hold this up for me. And let me show you a clip of that. So you can see that that bottom line again right there, this holds the water like a sponge, this ceiling tile right here. And you can just see how it's showing. If you're a home inspector and you're looking to see if there's signs of water damage, the ceiling tile right here showed a difference for about 4 days, that it was a different color. Now this is pretty well dried out. I had it in my basement near the wood stove, so I think it's thoroughly dry. So right now when I put the thermal camera on there, it's glowing where my hand was touching that, because the heat from my hand is still radiating off that just a little bit. So where the plus symbol is right there, just to the right of that is a slightly dark spot. That area is still holding some water, moisture. And then that glowing line right there, that vertical line, that's the power cord that goes up to a heater that I have. So I believe up until this point, I've been able to point out quite a few things on here. There are just a couple things I want to point out on the box that I think you'll want to know about. All right, this has a 160 by 120 infrared resolution, 19,200 pixels. This has a range of 14 to 752 degree Fahrenheit, 2.8 inch color, TFT display. So this has a rechargeable lithium-ion battery. So when I use this off and on for a few days, it's only dropped like 1 or 2 bars. So you can view, analyze, store data, and generate reports or projects in real time. Includes a USB cable, 32 gig micro SD card, and the carrying case. So I hope this review has been able to show you everything you want to know about this. If not, please put your question down below. I'll be happy to respond. So that's it for now, friends. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Just want to say that I appreciate each and every one of you for watching and supporting the channel. If you want to see some other testing equipment that I've reviewed over the years and some other ones coming up, I'm going to put together a playlist right over there that you can check out. And then if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, hit that button down below because we have a lot more videos coming out soon.